Okay, 21-15. Good look at. We played a couple of times before. Okay, how do I want to play this one? Let's just go slow and steady, does it? Might have played the same opening before. I can check after the event, probably. Wait, that's a slightly odd move though, isn't it? Let's match that. Okay, let's take. I'm just going to make room for the knight so I can jump back around here. So just watch out for knight coming in. Now my rook can move. Let's come up, hit the pawn. So I can go forward, hit the pawn, and then knight back. That looks okay. It's guarded, but I'm looking at knight back. So knight back. Hit the pawn if he doesn't trade. Hold on, I could go with a pawn here. Let's give some consideration to that. He's played forward. Okay, let's just castle then. So takes, he'll undouble his pawn. So up, takes. Takes here. I like the look of that actually, and just play pawn forward. I assume he's going with a pawn, otherwise I've got the other knight to come in. Which he could do, he has. So I'll just push forward here. Okay, comes forward. So I'll just go up and charge the knight. It is a check threat as well, so threatening to trade. And again, I can take two ways if he takes. He takes me, so I will take with a check. Again, is this a bit dubious? Possibly. Yeah, stick to principle and take in over. I'm just looking at developing my bishop somewhere now. I'm not quite sure where he's gone back over. So bishop up here takes no good. Let's just go here. Try and maybe play a rook across, but this pawn is vulnerable. That's what he's gone for. Okay. Try and guard it. Now I can play a rook across and just get behind here. He might even just launch forward. He doesn't. Oh, he's happy to trade. Okay. King up in case I need to come around the back. Okay, I won't be able to do that now. Well, maybe I can push here though. So here, takes. Rook takes. I don't like the look of that. I'm just looking at pawn up then, but this is going to be tough to defend then. I'm going to do it though. Maybe swap pawn for pawn at some point. He could just double up. He's gone back. Okay, now I'll come across. Maybe rook forward. So he's gone there. Okay. Let's just charge this pawn. I'm going to start marching forward if we can. They're on dark squares. Oh, that's his pawn. Now I can come back. Now I've got an outside pawn out of nowhere. Get a tempo hitting the bishop. Bishop back. King forward maybe. Let's play king up first and then bishop in. I'm going to try and run this outside pawn. That's what I'm going to try and do. Don't know if I can do it, but that's what I'm going to aim for. The up's no good. Bring the king round. As long as I've got a path back, there's no checkmate. But it's not easy to actually push these pawns. I'm going to risk it now to go here. Bishop down, I've got rook across. I think. I pre-moved in case he takes the bishop. Threatening to push. He's got to gamble or something, hasn't he? He's got to gamble. And I think I'd step up. That's what he's found. Okay, so we're both going to gamble here. Wow, we got there. We got there. That was a really tough game, wasn't it? It was just by a second, but we got there. Okay, let's see what it was in engine speak. Again, really tough game at our level. To pause so I don't accidentally start another game. 74 moves, that's a lot of moves. So they're the move times for both players there. So let's just see what this one was in engine speak. The grob opening. I tried to go very slow and steady against it and trying to, instead of playing a more aggressive line where we try and open things up a bit quicker because it's very easy to go wrong. So it's flatline level here. Oh, we've been better and blundered it back though. So in this position, it's flatline level. Yeah, he should have played rook down, pawn up. He must be able to do this, pawn up, and eventually you can play rook across, I'm guessing. We'll take a look at that shortly once this is finished, but we've been much better here. It's been flatline level here as well. And then, well, we played it pretty well, haven't we? We've played the more cautious approach to it. We played it very well. So right up to move 40, we've never really been worse in the game. And barely, you know, a tiny fraction here and there for either side. So for the whole first 40 moves, we played it pretty well. So the figures, 89% versus 84%, CPL 24 and 38. So let's just flick through quickly. So you can see D5 is the preferred engine move. C6 is the second move. So it's already given us an inaccuracy playing G6. I'm just trying to go deliberately slow and cautious here. But the first 40 moves will just relatively quickly flick through. Again, I should have played knight up here instead of here. And again, I did consider going with this, but it just feels like it's not a good principle. Normally you want to take in towards the center. So we're just flicking through. You see it's highlighting nothing wrong from either side here. Just common sense development moves, but we've gained that valuable outside pawn. And there's move 41 with c4 is a blunder. So here, that's a blunder. So d takes was okay. C takes was okay. And I should have played rook to d7 instead of to c7 with a check. Presumably you can't step forward either way. So you'd have to maybe go here or here. Maybe here. But I made a mistake going to c7, rook d7, king c4, and bring my king forward. And then if you try and come round, I'm okay to do this. And I've got this all important outside pawn. So that was what I should have done. So that was a blunder. Rook h1 is another blunder. And again, I should have thrown this move in straight away. That's a blunder. Now it's just completely flatline level. Is for another couple of moves. And here should have dropped back instead of taking. Now we're +5 and better, and we've managed to convert very well. It's just a case of the clock. You know, not much time left for either of us. It's a case of can we convert here or not. And we've cut the king off, can't get back to defend. Then can we manage to push the pawn at some point? Again, I did consider queening here and just sacking the rook, but you might as well try and keep it. And we're both just trying to move quickly at this point, of course. Here I should have taken the rook straight away. was just trying to move as quick as I can and pre-move, and I managed to do that for a few moves. So we managed to get a win. Another day could easily go wrong, of course, but at least we played it not too bad.